Is that you?
Yeah, whoa.
Myrtle Beach Super Shuttle will meet you at the airport.
Not anymore, it's not.
All right, get ready, stand by.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Golmonger Show. I'm your host, Brian Steff, and I am the Golmonger. Today's show is brought to you by Myrtle Beach Super Shuttle. If you're in Myrtle Beach and you don't want to drink and drive, call us at Myrtle Beach Super Shuttle, 843-443-6988. Big Jeff behind the glass today, sporting the Hawaiian shirt.
Hey, man, I'm beachy today.
I like it.
I'm beachy.
I like it. You outdressed me today. I got the Arcadian Shores blue. One of the few standalone courses on the beach anymore. Good guys over there. Our own Shan Coughlin's other half. Frank runs the show over there.
That would be St. Frank.
St. Frank.
Yeah.
Yes, runs the show over there. So, how we doing today, buddy?
Good, man. Hope you are.
I am super excited. We're going to be hitting the road here in a couple of days.
Yeah, I can't believe it's Thursday already.
I know.
Heading out Sunday, going to Orlando to the ING conference.
Mission Hills.
Yeah. Golf, and more golf.
Yeah, supposedly we're going to do some
and then we're going to talk about some golf.
We are going to do some we are going to do some real discussion of golf, right?
Yeah, man. We'll probably record, I don't know, 30, 40 interviews while we're there.
By the way, I've been calling it Mission Hills. It's Mission Inn.
Mission Inn. Yeah, it's at Howie in the Hills, Florida.
That's why the Hills comes from. Yeah. Mission Inn Resort and Club, Howie in the Hills, Florida. Yep. We're going to be there for 4 days for the 25th.
I just got dubbed today the official photographer.
Did you?
Yeah, the photographer had heart surgery, and our buddy Mike Jamison calls me up and he says, "Jeff,
heart surgery? What a cop out!
Yeah, what a cop out, man!
Yeah, right.
Yeah, come on, no guts, no no pain,
seriously,
no gain.
You can't show
man.
up.
Come on, it's clicking the thing, man. It's clicking the shutter.
Well, good luck to the gentleman who you are replacing, and hope he recovers well and everything. Of course, we're just joking, but Mission Inn Resort and Club featuring 2 premier golf courses, 4 restaurants, Spa Marabella, and it says here an array of on-site activities.
An array.
It's about 45 minutes outside of Orlando?
Yeah, I think so.
Is where we're going? Well, I hope it's not further than that, because I'm dropping the wife and kids off there to go to Universal Studios on my way. Because I'm an idiot, and when Jameson invited me, he said, "Oh yeah, it's in Orlando." Well, so I said, "Hey, let's go to Universal, and you and the kids go to the park, and I'll go to the conference." Yeah, it's like 45 minutes apart. So I'm taking my family on vacation, except I'm not going on vacation with them. So no, looking excited too. There'll be a lot of people there. Bridgestone, TaylorMade. We're going over the list the other day. High Heat, yeah. Looking forward to discussing wine with LPGA Hall of Famer Jan Stevenson.
Yeah.
She's going to be there, a little sit down with us interview, and I want to talk about golf, but I know she's going to want to talk about our new line of wines. So I'm not much of a wine drinker, but I'll have to be a tester for her, that's for sure. I mean,
absolutely.
Jan Stevenson asks,
"Hey, you drink?"
I drink. Yeah, I don't offend her. I drink. Do you like wine? I like your wine, Jan. That's going to be my answer. Yeah.
Do you drink? I'm going to drink with you, Jan.
I'm going to drink with you. Yeah. That's right. No, it'll be a good time. Well, she's partners with our good friend Mike Vandiver from Razor Golf.
Yep.
They're partners in the wine thing. So I wouldn't drink with Mike if he brought the wine, but I'll drink with Jan.
And Mike has figured that out.
Oh, Mike knows. No, he knows I'll drink other things and smoke cigars with him. I just won't drink his wine, their wine, but I'll drink it with Jan. So very excited, looking forward to that. And you need to pay attention to us, because we're going to be broadcasting live for pretty much 3 straight days, off and on. We're going to be doing some interviews. We're going to be doing. We've got some one-on-one interviews set up. How this thing works is we'll be talking to Shan's going with us.
Yep.
So we're going to be double teaming this thing. Where I'll be talking to people. Shan will be talking to people. We're going to make Jeff work double time, because he's got to produce both sets of what we're doing.
While we're there, we're going to be doing video, audio, and photo.
Yeah, you know what I'm looking forward to most?
Media, yeah.
I'm looking forward to demo day.
Yeah, I like demo day.
And being man on the scene thing, out on the range and the putting greens and whatnot, and talking to people like on the fly. not in the range where, hey, you come sit in my booth and we've got the backdrop and everything. I'm looking forward to being the guy on the news where they cut to the guy who's standing on the corner reporting about the traffic accident. Mm-hmm. That's what it's going to be like.
That's going to be Golmonger.
Yeah, that'll be the Golmonger that weekend, right? Let's cut out. Now, breaking news. Let's cut out to our man on the range over here with High Heat. We're talking to Golmonger. Let's send it out to you.
Yeah, that's it, man.
This is going to be. I'm really looking forward to that. Absolutely, for sure. So it'll be a lot of fun. So we won't have our regular shows next week, or mine anyway, because I'll be out with you. I don't know what we're doing with the rest of the schedule here, but we'll be actually on air more than normal. So I'm super excited about it. Speaking of, and we're going to be having some golf and going out of town. Anytime you go out of town and you play golf, and that's what people do when they come here to Myrtle Beach. They are out of town playing golf,
having fun, having
a good time. Well, we're actually going to get to do that for a change instead of playing here and being the local. So if you get paired up with people from out of town, like, oh, hey, spending half the round talking about where you should eat dinner or what attraction you should go to or whatever, which kind of gets we get to be the tourists. I mean, we're going to be playing with other people from out of town, but still, we get to go to another place, see a different course. I've never been to Mission, so I'm super excited to see the two golf courses and tee them up and play. And but there's an old article I pulled out that I did a bit a while back on regular radio, and it's a list of the most common mistakes in golf made by amateurs. And I thought it's perfect because we're going to be going off somewhere. We're playing with people we don't know. Because they randomly pair us up for these scrambles. I don't think you and I will be playing together or whatever. Yeah. And it's there's a whole long list of 36 of them. I'm just going to cherry pick some of the ones that I think are the funniest, or sometimes I see are pretty common. And I have a little bit of habit of doing this, so I'm guilty of this one. I also like to pick out the ones that I'm guilty of. Talking to another player's ball.
Oh.
When it's in there. Get over the water. Or, when they chip. Yeah. Some guys don't like that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, it doesn't bother me if you do that to me?
Well, I need all the help I can get.
Well, that's the way I look at it. I said, hey, if you saying go in the hole helps my little ball find the hole, then you know what? I'm awesome with that. Yeah. But there's some guys that don't like that. And I found that over the years, and sometimes, my bad, and then you just don't do it again. I'm also, we talk about pace of play on here a lot, and a big pet peeve I have is guys that won't play ready golf.
Oh, yeah.
Their cart pulls up first, my cart pulls up second. I might have parred the hole. They might have had double bogeys, but they were already standing outside their cart waiting for us to pull up. Well, I had a 7, so if you can beat that, go ahead and tee off. I'm like, you already have your driver in your hand.
Yeah.
I just pulled up, hit. Oh, no. You go ahead. You had par.
I got to throw one in here.
What's that?
It may be on
the list, but go ahead.
It may be, may not. And now that I'm close to senior age, okay, I found this more times than often when I'm following seniors that may be more senior than me, usually, okay, which is getting tougher. Yeah. Every year it's tougher to find seniors that are more senior than me. But where you park your golf cart in relation to the green, okay? But seniors do this all the time because they usually come up short on their approach shots.
Yeah.
Let's face it, that's what it is. So they park the cart, 150 feet before you get to the green, or 200 or whatever, and they take their putter with them. And then they go up and chip on, and then they putt. Then they have to walk back to the cart.
Right. Because there's two seniors playing together, and they've both come up short.
Yep.
So they both walk out.
Yep.
And neither one of them thinks to drive the cart around.
Right.
Yeah.
So the cart. So that's one of the things to me that affects pace of play as much as anything.
That is not on here, but it should be. That should be number 37.
Yeah.
On this.
You've
list.
seen it, right?
Yeah. Oh, I see it all the time.
Yeah. It's not always seniors. I'm not trying to give seniors a bad rap for that.
No.
But a lot of times it is.
See, and I'm guilty sometimes of not thinking about where to park the cart because I hate to drive the cart.
Yeah.
Because I like to walk.
Yep.
Like, I'll hit it to the green and then I'll grab my putter and walk down the fairway.
And I do that if I've got somebody driving, but I am notorious for being overkill on this one. I'll pull the thing as far past the green as I can without, creating a long walk.
Well, you're supposed to go around and park behind the green if the cart path goes that way. And generally speaking, there are usually areas you can tell where you're supposed to park. Like the cart path, there might be some
some stakes or
some
something.
stakes
Yeah.
or some stones or a little walkway, or you can just naturally tell if you pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is where everybody walks through. Yeah, but you're right. That is one. Another one. This one drives me crazy. Not raking bunkers.
Oh yeah,
How inconsiderate is that?
extremely.
There's nothing worse than hitting. First of all, you're irritated you hit your ball in the bunker in the first place. Then you get up there and you're in a footprint.
Yep.
You don't just rake where you hit from.
Yeah.
You got to rake the way you walked in, you walked out. Or guys you see where they walked in one end of the bunker, walked out the other end of the bunker, and they only raked themselves out of the bunker. They didn't rake where they walked in.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That.
Or they do the old foot rake.
Or they think that's good enough because
Yeah.
they you're right, foot rake where you just wipe your foot back and forth. No.
Let me ask you another question while we're on the subject of bunkers and rakes.
Yeah.
Should it be in or out?
I don't know.
I've asked this question to everybody I know, and the answer is probably 50-50.
Yeah, it is.
The one answer I get most common is you'll find them out at a resort area most of the time because the maintenance is a little easier for the guys, running the little thing through the bunker and all that kind of stuff. But I've had people tell me vehemently, no, they're supposed to be in the bunker. And then I've had guys tell me, oh, they're supposed to be out of the bunker.
Yeah, I really don't know which way it's supposed to be.
I have
to be honest
played
with you.
courses where it's printed on the handle, put rake outside the bunker.
I've also played courses where it's printed on the handle, leave rake in bunker.
Yep.
Or it's on the scorecard.
Yeah.
I don't know if so obviously there's not a set.
And we need to ask Martin Woodhouse about that.
Yeah, there's. You know what? That's great topic to bring up at ING next week.
Yeah, it is.
We'll get 9,000 different answers.
Yeah, we
I bet.
will.
There's only 500 people attending. We'll get 9,000 different answers. That's awesome. I don't know. And I don't even know which one I prefer, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like it when the rake's out of it and my ball hits the rake and it stops it from going in the bunker. I like that.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't like it when it's out of it. It hits the rake on the backside of the bunker and runs back into the.
well, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's ever that.
Then there's that.
Yeah, then there's that. Guys that don't have the courtesy to yell "4" when they hit a shot heading towards other golfers.
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculous. How guys that always shoot for the pin. I mean, this isn't a mistake. It's a mistake. It's not really. I mean, I don't care what you aim for, but let's face it. You're at 19, 20, 24 handicap. Why are you aiming
not
for
a
the
30
flag?
or 35.
Why are you aiming for the flag?
Yeah.
You just hit it forward.
Does it matter?
No.
Where those guys?
No,
end
we've
up?
had this discussion before. I think the average golfer would score better if there were no flags.
Yeah.
They didn't know where the hole was.
No, I agree.
They just had to hit for the green.
Hit to the center of the green.
Hit to the center of the green.
Yeah.
I really believe that. Again, go along with pace of play. Playing back too far.
Yeah, not playing the proper.
Don't play
tees.
the proper tees.
Yeah.
I ran into that a couple of weeks ago playing with buddies of mine that were in town. I knew I was playing back too far. We're at Dunes Club. I was playing the next to back tees. That's too far for me.
Yep.
We're playing almost 6,900 yards. I don't hit the ball that far anymore.
Yep.
I mean, those tees used to be what I played all the time. I can still play decent from there because, I know how to play, but problem is you get guys, I play the blue tees. Well, you play the blue tees at your Muni course in Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at 6,400 yards.
You're at a resort in Myrtle Beach or Florida or whatever. You don't play the blue tees here because it's way harder, way tougher than your little Muni back home.
And some of the easiest courses here from the back tees can whip your hiney, man.
One time, I haven't done it yet. I've played the back, but I want to go all the way back. I want to go to Wicked Stick, and I want to play the John Daly
The
tees.
John Daly tees?
Yeah. And I should have done it 15 years ago when I had a fighting chance of having a decent score. I really should have.
I've actually played Wicked Stick from the back tees.
I've never played the John Daly tees.
Yeah.
And I should have. I've played a couple of holes for fun, like the one par 3 that from his tees, it's like 260 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
I went back there and grabbed driver and just, I missed the green by like 30 yards. And I'm like, well, same distance I would have missed it if I'd hit a 3-wood, except I would have been short. I just blew it out, but yeah, these not watching your ball when you hit it is another mistake. And you'd be surprised how many times you see that. Guys don't know where their ball went.
Well, I got to tell you, my biggest frustration has been for the last 3 years my not being able to see my ball after I hit it.
See, that's different.
But it's the same. It causes the same result.
But if I know you have trouble seeing the ball,
yeah,
then I'm going to pay extra attention as your playing partner, or I'm in your foursome
So,
because
I
I
went to-
know You don't.
I went to the eye doctor last week. Got fitted for contacts.
Yeah.
Or test checked, whatever it is.
I
they
see
do
you're
for
wearing them
contacts.
today.
Yeah, I'm not. And I've decided I'm only going to wear them for golf. I played golf in them one day. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm going back tomorrow and finalize everything. And it was so cool to walk around the golf course and be able to see the grass. You know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I could see the ball after I hit it.
Yeah.
And that's major.
But you ever notice the guys that don't know where their ball went? It's only when they hit a bad shot.
Yep.
You ever notice that?
Yep.
It's not when they pipe it down the middle. Oh yeah, they know exactly where it went.
Yep.
When they slice
Yeah,
it
they
into
can
the
see
woods,
that one. Yeah.
when they slice it into the woods, they have no idea what tree it went in by.
Yep.
Or what stake it went over if they hit it in the water. Did you see where it went? Yeah. We all did. It was still going up when it went over that third tree over there. You're in the backyard of the guy on the other side of the street.
On the other side of the street.
On the other side of the
Yeah.
street, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that from experience because I've been there, done that. Guy that blames everything on luck when you're playing with him. Always blaming the golf gods or whatever. Oh, that was a little unlucky bounce. But listen, not every bad shot you hit was unlucky.
Yep.
Oh, the club twisted in my hand. That does happen. Don't get me wrong, because I couldn't tell you at least once or twice around I hit a shot and then I look at where my club is in my hand. It's a terrible, and I look and the club's turned and I'm like, I know I was holding the club. How in the world did that happen? You know.
Yeah.
But just blatantly blaming every bad shot on a bad bounce or the golf gods or whatever.
That's got to be one of my biggest pet peeves
Yeah.
is to play with a guy that's got an excuse for every shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever played with our own Dave Walker? Just call Dave.
Just hashtag just call Dave.
Just call Dave.
I have played with Dave.
Yeah.
Just generally thinking you hit the ball farther than you do, going along the lines of this is even worse than playing the wrong tees.
Yep.
If you're just standing out in the fairway at 240 on a par 5 and you're waiting for the group to play.
Yep. Unless you're Brett Thomas.
Brett Thomas, who just walked in. Well, he wouldn't be 240 out. He'd be much closer.
Yeah, he'd be 190 out.
Yeah, but and then
with an 8-iron.
yeah. An easy, a soft 8
Yeah,
iron.
choke down 8-iron.
Yeah. That, and then they hit it and they come up 50 yards short. Oh man, I didn't catch it.
Yep.
No, you couldn't hit it that far. You hit it once 10 years ago, 240 to the green. So every time you think you can do it now.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know what's one more here. The guy that takes too many practice swings. You know, 7 or 8 practice swings before every shot.
And then hits it in the woods.
You ever notice those guys? Yeah, they can't break 100.
Yep.
These
guys are worn out.
Well,
by the
they're
time
tired.
by the time they get through 9 holes.
I mean, they shoot 110, but they swung 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of swings.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Yeah.
for
I don't care who you are. That'll wear you out.
I know, right? That would make VJ Singh tired. And, you know, he hits 1,000 balls a day, but that would make him tired.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have a little fun today.
Yeah, I like that.
Going over some of that. We do that from time to time. The U.S. Open qualifying started, and I tried to find today a list that I had before last year, but I'll pull it back up, or maybe it was a couple years ago now. I found a list one time of like a dozen things that are harder to do in life than qualifying for the U.S. Open,
Oh, wow.
because it's very hard to qualify.
Our buddy Hugh Royer III is going Monday to qualify for the U.S. Senior Open.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And good luck to HR3 on that one,
Yep.
because
I told him, he left here today, and I said, man, here's wishing you a 66, buddy.
where's he going?
Somewhere close to here. I can't remember what he said the name of.
So
it
he
was.
wasn't traveling far?
Not far. He's
Because I know some guys will go where they either the field seems a little thin,
Yeah.
where they feel they have a better chance, or to an area where they feel like the golf course sets up for them.
Yep.
You know, so they'll travel, because you don't. There's nothing that says I live in South Carolina, I have to go to the closest qualifier.
Yep.
I mean, I can fly to California if I want and try to qualify.
He missed it by a couple of strokes last year, and I asked him. I said, "What do you think you got to shoot to be solid in?" He said 68. So he said, "If I can shoot 68, I'm in." So
Good for him.
yeah,
He can do it too, man.
yeah,
He's a player.
He's a player. He's got the game.
He's a player. He's had how many years on tour?
14 years.
14
Yep.
on the PGA Tour. I mean, he can do it.
Yep.
He can do it for sure. So what we'll start doing is we lead up to the Open, we'll start keeping tabs of maybe some local guys or or guys like HR3 going to the
Yeah.
to try to play in the senior U.S. Open.
And Dale Kitola, local guy, is I'm not where he went. He's trying to qualify for the Open.
Okay. Well, the reason I brought that up is local guy, Coastal Carolina alum, played at the same time as Dustin Johnson at Coastal. Zach Bird.
Zach, yeah.
He just got on to and qualified. He's going to play on PGA Tour Canada. I think that's what they call it now, right?
Yeah, the Canada
PGA Tour Canada.
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
Another guy, Tyler. He was on the show here last week. Got his Canada card as well.
Yeah. Yep. Zach got his last week. I was talking to him on Twitter about that. So, good luck, buddy. Zach was a frequent guest on my local radio show, and has even actually said anytime we need him, he could jump on here with us or whatever. So now that he's going to be playing, on that tour, we'll try to talk to him more.
And speaking of the U.S. Open, as of last week now, we have a second individual who's played a few rounds at Chambers Bay.
We do.
Ben On, who won in Europe, the European tour.
That's right.
Yep.
So you're gonna take him in the fantasy?
Well, I don't know.
No.
I mean, before it was just Jordan Spieth.
We got to pick 7 more guys. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of fantasy, so far my team is off to a roaring start today.
Yeah, you suck, man.
No, I'm being facetious. I don't have anybody under par.
Oh, really? You talk about today? I haven't looked today. That's scary.
Today, Cooch is even. Sneds is 1 over through 17.
You put Cooch on your team?
I did. He's horse for the course, man.
Man, I had Cooch on my team, took him off.
Harris English hasn't teed off yet, and neither has Brendan Todd, the defending champ.
I got Harris English and Brendan Todd, too.
Who's your second guy in the A pool?
Ryan Palmer.
Did you start him?
No.
Shoulda. He's 4 under.
That's my
Excuse
play.
me. He shot 5 under today.
Oh, my gosh.
How about Stephen Bowditch? 8 under through 16.
Holy cow.
Where's that coming from? Any takers on he shoots 75 tomorrow? Anyone? Bueller,
yeah.
85. He shot.
He's like Roy McIlroy and shoot an 80.
He's at 60. If he pars out, he's at 62 because it's par 70. So he shoots 72 or higher tomorrow. I'll set the over under at 72. I think I might take the over. Jimmy Walker's 500 today.
I forgot to
thought about
check
him
my
and I
team.
didn't.
I forgot to check my team just before the deal.
Yeah.
So I've got a not entered.
Yeah, there's guys dropping like flies.
Jason Day.
I had him and pulled him. I saw that he one of my favorite players in the entire world withdrew too. Ian Poulter. You caught that, did you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. He withdrew as well.
Yep.
His pinky toe probably hurt.
Yeah, probably.
He said he strained something working out.
His vocal cords, maybe.
I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah. All right.
Jason Day got lightheaded on Tuesday, so he withdrew. Apparently, lightheadedness when you're Australian lasts for more than a day.
Yeah.
I don't know. You dizzy spell and lighthead. Anyway, I think guys are coming up with excuses because the course is soaking wet and it's going to rain more. There was 12 guys withdrew on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's 10% of the field.
Yep.
Right? That's 8 to 10% of the field withdrew. It's because of the weather.
Yeah.
They're going to be dealing with delays probably and heavy rains, and it's going to be a mess. I think it really is, but we'll see. I'm hoping for a repeat in young Brendan Todd. I'd like to see that.
I got him on my starter. He's a starter.
I got Jerry Kelly too. Old dog. He's been playing great lately.
Yeah, Jerry has been.
He's been playing really well lately. He's gonna what he's gonna do. He's gonna get you some points. You gotta if you can cherry pick and put him in on the right day.
Yeah.
He's got a 65 in him somewhere. 5 under day. So you just gotta hope you catch it on the right day. And these veteran guys, they know how to play in the rain. They've played in every scenario you can possibly think of. So if he's got it going on the right day, he could put a score out there. So that'll be interesting to see. Currently, it's not raining. It's like perfect weather out there, according to a little Yahoo thing. But yeah, I can't have a terrible week coming in the stretch. We got 4 weeks left after this, and I'm sitting pretty in both. I'm leading the fantasy TV league, and I'm in third place in the barefoot in the
barefoot
big league. Yeah,
Barefoot Bucks.
so the Barefoot Bucks league. So I can't. I'm coming down the stretch. I can't falter. I can't have a bad week right now. I need to stay on top of my game here. I've had a pretty good run. I never get down after one day because you can change your lineup and you can be right back.
Yeah.
The next day, like I laughed. I said I'm off to a terrible start. Nobody's posting under par yet for me, but yet it's not so terrible because then turn around they can all play better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I can shuffle the right bodies around. What gets me is when you leave a guy on the bench who goes out and shoots 5 or 6 under, like you did with Ryan Palmer.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That is the absolute worst. So, that's about all I got today. Sure, we're
That's
busy.
good
We
show,
got
man.
so much going on. Getting ready for next week.
Yep.
Super excited. Don't forget, you catch us all next week. We're going to be at Mission Inn Resort and Club in Howey in the Hills, Florida. Is that the name of the town?
That's the name of it, man.
Howey in the Hills, Florida. I want to live there just for the name.
Yeah. How we name a place like that anyway?
Well, probably the guy's name's Howie. And are there even any hills in Florida?
What they call hills are not hills.
There's
like,
not even a hill in
you-
Florida.
You're from.
I'm from West Virginia for crying out
I'm from
loud.
East Tennessee. We know what a hill is.
There is no such thing as a hill.
I've seen hills that I couldn't walk up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there aren't any hills in Florida.
Yeah.
There's not. And if anybody says there is, they're lying.
Yeah.
There are no hills
They've
in
never
Florida.
been to our part of the country.
No. They've never been out of the state of Florida if they think they have hills. My backyard had more hills in it than Florida does. No, excited about that. Looking forward to going down and all week next week we'll be down there. You can download us. We'll be uploading daily, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
We'll have multiple. You have myself. You have Shan. I think we're gonna get the great Tony Leodora to jump on a little bit and have some fun with him out of Philadelphia. We'll have to get him a stool though, so he can
stand up.
Since it's gonna be on TV, so you can see him.
Yeah.
Because he's too short otherwise.
Yeah.
If he hears that, he's gonna be pissed at me. He'll get over it. Sorry, Tony. I love you, brother. All right, but looking forward. It's going to be a lot of fun next week. Thanks, Jeff, for pushing the buttons and getting me on the air. And remind me next time when it's Hawaiian shirt day and all.
No problem.
I got one in the closet. I can wear it.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, be sure to check out our featured golf course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much more. If you need help with your next golf vacation, just call Dave. Just don't ask him to play golf with you. 844-464-6531. All of our TGD programming is archived and listening and viewing on demand. If you want to catch up on a show you might have missed, just click on the TGD Radio and TGD TV tabs in the menu at thegolfdirector.com. We're available on over 1 billion devices: iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, and our very own Myrtle Beach Golf app. This has been the Golmonger Show. I'm your host, Brian Steffen. I am the Golmonger. Thanks again to Jeff, man behind the glass, pushing the buttons. Stay tuned. There's more Golf Director news and information coming up next. And as always, keep it in the short grass. What's up, brother?
All right, buddy. Clear.
What's that?
Fire ant hill.
Fire ant.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There are no hills in Florida. Unless you didn't dig the hole deep enough when you buried your dog in the backyard, there are no hills in Florida.
Then usually after he decays, it creates
Then it becomes a dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.